Hey everyone, this is Joe. Well, yesterday on the 20th of March, we had our first Zoom Toastmasters meeting for Daybreakers. One of the things that came up, Dave was using an iPad. I know that Harold uses that, a few other people use those to connect to the Zoom meetings. And we wanted to put something together that showed a little bit more about how to use the iPad and what the controls look like on the iPad. So I did a little toying with it, and coming up here, I'm going to show you how to use the iPad and how to use some of the controls that are available to you. So let's get into it. Okay, so here we are on the iPad. And the first thing you do, obviously, when you would get such a message or when you get invited to a meeting, is you're going to go to your email. So I'll do that on the iPad. And here's my invite. So I'll click on that. And then it's got the Join Zoom Meeting link. And all you do is tap on that. Okay, and then when this comes up, it's asking you if you want to join with or without video. In most cases, you're going to want to join with video, so I'm going to hit on that one. And actually, I'm now connected to the meeting. Next thing I'm going to do is tell it to use call using internet audio. That's going to give me the audio on here. And then the next thing I'm going to do is mute that. What you're seeing on the screen here is actually coming from my Mac. So this is the last person that talked is going to be showing. Down in the corner here, right here, is actually what's showing on my iPad. Now if I go and tap on that, it switches and now I get my iPad view and I get the speaker down in the little picture box, if you will. Let's switch that back because that doesn't serve us very well. Let's put one more person online. And I'm going to do that with my iPhone. So let's bring the iPhone into the game here. We'll pull that over there. And the same thing on my iPhone. I do have a join meeting. We'll do the same thing there. And if we get this open page in Zoom, we're going to go ahead and do that as well, of course. And brings me up. I'm going to join with video. I'm going to tell it to use my internet audio. And I'm going to go to mute right away so that we don't have that dealing. Now on your iPhone, you can actually turn this sideways and get a much better view of what's going on. And we'll talk more about the iPhone as we work on this. But let's deal here now with the iPad first. So now we've got 3 people online. So on the iPad, down in the corner here, in this, you got the little plus sign. Well, if I tap on that plus sign, it spans out and I see all three users, all 3 people that are on, including my iPad. Here again, if we go minus, let's just show you that. It makes them all go away, and now I'm just looking at the speaker. Now we can go back down here, tap this little guy down on the bottom there, that little button, and it brings back up that little window. Probably one of the easiest ways to do this on the iPad, first off, is going to be if you tap in the middle of the screen somewhere, you'll see we've got a number of different controls here. This here is how you change to a gallery view. So let's tap on that. And there you go. Now you can see all the participants. If we had 8 participants, theoretically, we would get 8 little windows there. You'll see the yellow is outlined here, and that is indicating the last person we've heard talk from. So let's try something here. Let me do, I'm going to take the Mac off mute, and it should probably switch over to the Macintosh, which is in this upper right corner on here. So let's take the Mac. There we go. See how the focus changed over to the Macintosh. If I take the mute off on the iPhone for a second, I'll get the iPhone, and you'll see how, again, the focus changes over to the iPhone. Take the mute off on the iPad, and there we have. I had to turn that off right away because I get a lot of feedback, but you see it switches to the iPad. So that's how it's going to work in real time. Obviously, you're not going to have 3 different sessions running in the same room, so you don't have the problems with feedback that I'm getting here, which is why I've got everything muted. So you've got that. The other thing that you can do here is on the iPhone itself. Let's bring the iPad off of the screen right here. Bring the iPhone in there. We'll make it a little bigger so we can see things a little bit better. What I found is I'm trying to think of how to do a gallery view in iPhone, and actually you can't do it the same as you do on the iPad or on the computer, but if I take it and swipe off to the left, now it actually is showing all 3 of them. If we had 6 or 8, I would get this gallery view just by swiping to the left. If I swipe back to the right, it goes back to the twin view like that. Okay, that's it. We'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.